That's why
Yeah.
I like the Kenyan culture. It reminds me a lot of Brazilian culture.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Brian of Bangkok Musings. So today's video, I'm gonna interview one of my friends. His name is Leo. He's from Brazil, and he came to Thailand to ply his trade. So let's watch the video, and he's gonna tell us his story. All right, see you in a bit. So today I'm honored to interview one of my friends. I actually met him sometime last month at a wedding.
Yeah.
His name is Leo.
Yes,
Hi Leo,
sir.
say hi.
Nice to meet you guys. Oh, that way I do like, okay, first time. Okay.
It's okay, it
Nice to meet
happens.
you guys. I'm Leandro from Brazil,
Mhm.
and I'm here today to be helping out my friend.
Which part of Brazil do you come from?
Yes, I'm from Manaus, all the way north in Brazil, in the Amazon, Amazonas. 1.5 million people, so it's actually a pretty big city, and of course, if you want to go for the tribes and, see like all the things you see in the movies, you gotta go out of the city.
Do you want to tell us how you came about to coming into Thailand?
I was in America before coming to Thailand, where I lived like about 7 years, I believe. I went from Brazil to America, and I went for university because I received a soccer scholarship, a football scholarship, to go to America. So I finished my degree, and then I went for a master's degree. And after I was done with my master's degree, I still didn't think it was my time to finish playing soccer, football. And then I decided to keep going my career. But then like my plans did not go accordingly because of injuries. And then I wanted to keep my career going on. But in the US, unless you play high leagues, it's very hard for you to make a living out of it. So in my position, after having so many surgeries, it was hard for me to keep going to the high level. So the amount of money I was making, like in low divisions, fourth and fifth division in the US, was not enough for me to just live out of football. So I had to do other jobs on the side, and I wanted to try to make football my living. So and then I started looking for agents, started looking for opportunities outside of the US, whatever it comes. And then I happened to find like an agent, which is from Thailand. He's from Iran actually, but he lives in Thailand. He's been living here for a while. He's married with a Thai woman, and then I sent my CV, my video playing football to him, and then we started contacting, and like we made a deal, made an agreement, and then I signed a contract with him. He's like, okay, come to Thailand, come to Asia, and then like we're gonna make it through.
So which part of the US are you doing your studies at?
So I lived in actually pretty funny, actually pretty surprising too, because usually university is only 4 years, right? So I did 1 year in each state. So I lived in 6 different states in the U.S.
Wow, okay.
I lived in New York, Illinois, Alabama, Louisiana, Florida, and Massachusetts.
So you've mentioned you have a BA and also a
Yeah.
you have a BA and a master's, right?
Yes, sir.
So would you mind telling us what your bachelor's degree and master's?
Yeah, of course. I got a bachelor's in business administration, and I got an MBA in sports business management.
Oh,
So it's like
nice.
business and sports related. You can't leave the sports out.
Yeah.
You gotta be. It's inside. It's inside. And
That's your
actually,
passion.
yeah. So I actually worked after I got my degree, but I was doing football and working at the same time. And also as soon as I graduated, COVID hit.
Ugh.
So it was really hard to get a job. Because I was university at the same time I was playing football, and at the same time I was working to help me pay for expenses. So I was actually an Uber driver, in the US for a while to help me out with some money. But then after I graduated, COVID hit, so it was very hard for me to work. So I worked for like I believe a month in a marketing company, just to see how it was, and then after COVID, done.
Yeah.
So everything. So I started looking for positions available for me during COVID time, which were like very, very low.
Limited, yes.
So like only hospitals, only like, how do you say it? Like the ones just like they're necessary to be open. On the business, they're like essential businesses.
Essential services, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So I started working in a healthcare clinic, mental healthcare clinic. So I was a coach and a counselor in a healthcare clinic. So I kind of worked with psychology for a while, which I never see myself doing that. So I was doing that and football at the same time, but football stopped as well. So I was just like, where I'm gonna go for football, because don't want to keep doing that.
Yeah.
And then it happened somehow. I found this agent and I started talking to him, just like, Why not Asia? You know, because I heard some like football players that come to Asia, you know, trying to make a living out of it because compared to like Europeans in North America, you know,
It's too
uh,
competitive.
yeah, it's too
Yes.
competitive, and also they pay unless you play high leagues, the pay is very low. Like I know friends that play in Germany, Spain. There are footballers there. They play like 5 divisions, 5 divisions, 4 divisions, 6 divisions in Germany, Spain, like Portugal, and they barely make money to pay rent. You know, so I don't want to live my life like this.
Yeah.
You know, and in Thailand, even though like I came to play Thai League 3, which is Division 3, people can still make a living out of it. You know, of course, not all clubs.
Yeah.
Some clubs they pay you very low. Some clubs pay you like a lot of money, but you can make a living out of it. You know, so just like okay, why not?
Yeah.
And then I just decided to come to Asian, and here I am. Yeah.
So, how has it been playing for Thailand for the Thai league?
Uh,
How's it been? What are the challenges you faced when you got here?
okay, so it's just honestly like not in general. It's actually my personal experience
All right.
because well, while I was training with some teams, because my agent like take me out to have private trainings with teams. Unfortunately, I got injured, so I was already about to sign a contract with Hua Hin City FC, which is third division Thai league. And the final steps, signed the contract. I had a game and I hurt my leg. So they're just like, okay, I'm sorry, like we can't sign you anymore. Like everything that the offer we gave you, like is no longer on because you can barely run.
Yeah.
You know, so I after that was as soon as I got here, around like May June. So I had like a little while before the window closed because the transfer window where you sign contracts in Thailand specifically is last year at least it was in between May and July.
All right.
That's when you can sign contracts and play. It's not like all year round. You cannot just go and play.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. So and when I got injured, I had to be a few weeks out to get back playing. But when I was back playing, I wasn't fit anymore because I stopped playing, you know, to recover. So it was too late for me to have a contract. I still went to some other teams. I went to Chantaburi FC, which is another third division team. And also they told me like, yeah, like we would like to have you here, but we're about to start the season and your fitness is not ready because you were injured.
Yeah.
So you don't want to have to deal with it, you know. So when you're ready, your fitness ready, because they want players, foreigners. That is our actually it's important to mention. In Thai league, we can only have 3 foreigners every
In
team
a team.
in a team.
Does that include also the substitutes?
Yeah,
Or
the
the
whole
first team?
team, whole team. You
Wow,
can only have
okay.
3 foreigners, no matter what country you are. 3 foreigners.
Wow,
That's
okay.
a Thai league rule. So usually, since every team can have only 3 foreigners, they really choose like wisely. And there are like so many foreigners that come here like trying out. They want to have a spot in the team,
Yeah.
and the teams can only have 3, so it's a lot of fight for like just a few
The few
positions.
spots, yeah.
So they want the 3 ones to be the stars on the team. So like usually like you think like, oh, it's easier to play more than Thai guys, and yeah, but they don't want you to be just a little better than them. They want you to be 3 times better, 4 times, you know.
Yeah.
So it requires a lot out of you. And then after having my injuries, also COVID time, I couldn't train. I was preparing myself, running the streets.
Yeah.
You know, I had no training, I had no preparation, so it was very hard for me to do it. So after that, the window closed, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to get my contract, and I started playing just for some amateur teams because they give you some of them. They give you like some money for expenses.
Yeah.
You know, so it was helpful. And then I actually made my injury worse trying to keep playing on it. So decided to stop, and then I've been out for like around 4 months, and I'm ready again for battle.
Now you're in tip-top condition?
Yeah, like I'm already like training again, and you know, like after 4 months, I stopped since December.
All right.
December 2021. So we're already in April. So it's been a while since I played.
And this is an interesting bit we've totally forgotten. What position do you play?
I'm a midfielder.
Aha, okay.
Midfielder.
I don't even know how come I forgot to ask you that, you know, initially.
Yeah, no,
when
it's
I
okay. We're
mentioned
just
as a
going with
footballer
the
and all
first
that.
question because it's a long story, you know. Even though I said a lot of things, but that is still like a lot behind the scenes, you know. But it's just like a summarizing everything, you know. But it's just even though like in short period of time, a lot of things happen. Football is just like that. Everywhere you go, just so many things going on all the time, you know.
Yeah.
It's a lot more than people actually think, you know. It's like a big mafia business around it.
You know, this is really interesting because I'm not trying to sound prejudice or anything,
Uh-huh.
but in Kenya, most of the people who turn to football
Hmm.
haven't really gone to school
Hmm.
past high school. So meeting you, you have a BA, you have an
Yeah.
MBA. That's really, really something.
Yeah.
Because then again, you cannot be a footballer for life.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. That's exactly
So
the point.
you also need to have something to fall back on.
Yeah. Exactly.
You have a BA in business and administration.
Hmm.
You have an MBA in sports management, sports
Yes.
business
Yeah.
management. Yeah.
Very good. Good memory. Good memory. Good memory.
It's
I
what I
wouldn't
was.
remember that.
It's what I was drinking earlier.
Yeah. I wouldn't remember that. If you told me like five
Yeah.
minutes before, I would forget it.
So what would you want to do when you're done with football
Yeah. So
in the
that's
next 15, 20 years to come?
yeah. So like that's one of the reasons, of course, I went to the U.S. because
Yes.
I had the opportunity to go for school as well. Because the same thing you told me about Kenya
Yes.
is actually the same as in Brazil. Because most of my friends, I had friends that were growing up playing like academy football. They wanted to make their career. They only have high school.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're finished high school and they didn't become a pro footballer,
Yeah.
they didn't have anything to fall back on. You know, so I have a lot of friends struggling in life right now. Some of them end up in bad paths. Some of them end up like having like not good jobs, you know, not things that they would want for the rest of their life, you know, because of exactly the same reason they don't have education for
Yeah.
it. So I know, even though like we gotta be dreamers, we gotta follow our dreams, chase our
Yes.
dreams, but we
Yes.
also have to be realistic,
Realistic. Yes.
you know. And that's a thing that I always think about it, you know, like okay, I wanna make football my career, but after that, so what, you know. I'm not gonna be like I know like I know I believe in my potential. I know
Yes.
that like when I'm recovered, you know, I know I can my potential where I can go play. You know, I know I should be good to play Thai league. You know, but I'm not gonna say okay, I'm gonna go play Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm
Yeah.
not gonna play Barcelona, Real Madrid. You know, I have to be dreamer, but I'm realistic as well. You know, so okay, I had the opportunity to go for a scholarship in the U.S. And then I just like okay, I'm gonna take it. So after I finish my career, I don't know, due to so many injuries, some players they go like until 40,
Mm-hmm.
at most 41,
That's pushing
42,
it, right?
pushing it.
Yeah.
And due to my injuries, I'm already realistic with me. At most, if I heal, do surgery, maybe until I'm like 35, I don't go. I know my body's not gonna take it too long because people are different, you know. So some people's body can take a lot more than others. You know,
Yeah.
I know my body cannot for this intensity, high level trainings. I know it cannot take that many years on. You know, so hopefully, like after I finish my career, I wanna maybe go back to the U.S. or maybe go back to Brazil, and then like start business. Actually, start a business, a small business in Brazil. So I wanna start going with like, you know business how it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, you always wanna like think about opening your business. You know, being your own boss.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but also if I don't know, just what life is holding from me. You know, like
You might
most.
even end up coaching.
Yeah, exactly. You don't even know. Like
Yeah.
actually, right now, while I'm training, I'm coaching an academy here in Thailand as well. I forgot to mention, but
Okay.
yeah. So like
Here in Bangkok.
here in Bangkok, I coach an academy, like kids between 6 and 12. So if you have kids in Thailand and Bangkok, come to my academy.
And he also forgot to mention he's a
I'm a personal trainer as well.
personal trainer. Yes.
Personal trainer. I have a US certificate. So
Yeah, yes, because everything good comes from the US. Right?
yeah, exactly. You already know, my boy. You already know. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know, like if you need a coach, you know, if you need a personal trainer, you know.
Yeah, we're gonna link his Instagram information on the description box below.
Yeah.
So, would you have any advice to someone who wants to potentially come play football in Thailand?
Oh, that's a very good question.
Mhm.
Advice. Honestly, for the footballers, you all know how the football world is. You gotta take the risk, no matter what. Sometimes you're gonna take the risk and might not get it, but that's how the football world is. You know, sometimes we gotta go shoot in the dark. That's what I always say. You gotta believe. You gotta have your faith on and do your research. You know, make sure you find your network. You know, find coaches, email, phone numbers. Google is there nowadays. The technology will give you everything, man. That's what I did before coming to the US. I've been to 6 states in the US, but out of these 6 states, only for one university, I got help. All the other five, I was looking for myself, sending my videos all around the US, sending my CV all around the US, calling people, emailing people, talk to somebody. I always like we are people, we're human, you need help. You help people, they're gonna help you out, you know. It's just passing forward, you know. So do your research, put effort. The most you what you work for, that's what you get for, you know. So don't forget you always do. Sometimes people are just like, my conditions, don't wait for the conditions to be perfect. Just go for make the conditions happen, you know. Somehow you can start with $10, but just like go with it, you know. You just gotta go for it. Do your research and push it. Never lose the faith, because God will honor you.
That's very good. That's very good. There's this assumption
Uh-huh.
most footballers live a precarious sort of life
Uh-huh.
because you get a team, you earn good money, you
Mhm.
live life on the fast lane.
Mhm.
Is it also the case here in Thailand?
In Thailand, honestly, I feel like as I mean, like, not, I don't know everybody who is watching this. This is hopefully more than Thailand, you know.
Yes.
But the cost of living in Thailand is very low compared to a lot of other countries,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So that's one of the reasons you can make a living out of football here, even though like they don't pay you a lot, just because the cost of living is low in Thailand, you can make a living out of it.
And you can still be very comfortable.
Exactly, living a
Yeah.
life comfortably. So like it's very hard for you to see like in other countries you playing like third division, fourth division, and living like a comfortable life with it. You know, Thailand can give you that. You know, so that's the difference between like playing like in Asia. I don't know. I can tell you like exactly like about other countries in Asia, but
Yeah.
Thailand like, specifically, you can have a comfortable life even playing Division 3 teams. You know,
Nice.
and regarding like making big money, I believe even honestly, even like some third division teams, the ones that like they're fighting to go second division, they have like
Big budgets.
big budgets.
Yes.
You can still have a very good life with it. You know, very good life. Like you can have like you can buy your car, you can buy your motorcycle. You know, like have your family. You know, I even know like third division players from Brazil. They brought their wife here. You know, they brought their kid here. You know, they have their little house there. You know, and they're playing Division 3. You know, of course, I'm not gonna sell a, a fake dream. You know, some teams are gonna pay you money barely to pay rent. You know, it's random. Like I mentioned before, many people don't know about it, but that's how football is. You know, some teams are gonna be like down here, some teams are gonna be up here. You know, it's just random. It's just there is a lot of things behind the scenes, but basically you can go from here to there like so quick. You know, but
Yeah. That's interesting. Well, thank you so much for taking your time to speak with us. It's been a real pleasure.
it's a pleasure to be here. You know,
Yeah, and
talking to you.
all the best. And
The best you
thank you
too.
for taking the time to talk to us.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks
All
for the
right.
invitation.
All right,
Welcome,
cool.
Cap.
Cap home. And if you're not subscribed, kindly do go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Until the next one, do keep safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.